I'm Amna Al Owais. I'm the Chief Registrar of the Dubai International Financial Center Courts. I've been with the courts for 17 years now, since the beginning, and I'm really grateful to be part of this journey and really creating a benchmark for other jurisdictions when it comes to a common law court in a civil law country. As a Chief Registrar, I handle many of special projects, whether it's business development, it's creating new strategies, supporting the Chief Justice and the Director of the DIFC Court. So it's really been an interesting journey where actually I really enjoy creating new service propositions, making sure that the engine is actually working quite well when it comes to the DIFC Court. And of course, I'm very proud to be the first Emirati registrar in the UAE, since the concept of common law court started with us. So the Dubai International Financial Center was created by law in 2004, and the DIFC is constituting of three center bodies. So we have the DIFC courts, we are the judicial arm of the DIFC. We have the DIFC authority, which is the executive arm. In addition, we have the DFSA, which is the regulator of the center. Sometimes we say, imagine us like a country within a country where you have the three arms of any city or country, and we have our own legislative framework. So in the DIFC, we have DIFC laws and regulations. So we have our own employment law, our own company law, our own arbitration law. So it's quite amazing that we have such a huge proposition that we offer for our DIFC community. And as far as the DIFC courts is concerned, we are a common law court. So as you know, there are in the world two legal systems. We have civil law courts and we have common law courts. And the main difference between the two is that in common law courts, we follow precedents by, mandatory requirement. So all of the judges need to follow common law precedents, whether emanating from the DIFC courts or from other common law jurisdictions. And as a court, we are a business court. We are offering commercial and civil dispute resolution when it comes to litigation as a court. And also we have specialized divisions. So we have technology and construction division, digital economy courts, and the arbitration division. Within the DIFC courts, we operate our strategies, our priorities within four main pillars. We have judicial excellence, service excellence, connectivity, and innovation. And out of each of these four, there is a lot to do with Jus Mundi. So when it comes to judicial excellence, is sharing the arbitration-related judgments on the amazing platform that you have. Service excellence is making sure that the journey of our customers, our lawyers, is really taken care of. When it comes to connectivity, our partnership is an example of collaboration and working together within the same ecosystem. And then when it comes to innovation, is how we can find a seamless approach to how we can actually publish and disseminate our judgments into a specific portal like Jus Mundi. So as far as the arbitration world is concerned, we are an opt-in jurisdiction. So the DIFC court is open for everyone that are entering into a commercial contract. So in their dispute resolution clause, they need to actually choose the DIFC courts clearly and expressly. The choice of law is flexible. They are, of course, happy to choose the DIFC laws, any of the laws that you have, depending on the contract, or they can choose any law from the world, whether it's French law, Australian law, Chinese law. They need to decide based on their contract and what is the best law that can basically translate the transaction. When it comes to arbitration, our arbitration division is very much friendly to arbitration. So as you know, we are a court. Sometimes people confuse us with arbitration centers. We're actually a normal court like any other court, but we are more of a futuristic court, a designer court that we normally have the flexibility and creativity in deciding how we approach our users, our cases, and so forth. So when it comes to arbitration, the really unique proposition is that all our arbitration-related claims are private, and which actually is the main significance, importance of going to arbitration, because people or parties to the case want to keep everything confidential and private. So we are the only court that actually allows privacy when it comes to arbitration claims. And our jurisdiction for arbitration will only kick in if the parties chose the seat of arbitration within the DIFC. So let's say LCIA arbitration or ICC, they will go to the DIFC as a seat, And then that jurisdiction will kick off for the DIFC court as and when they need the DIFC court. So that's quite an interesting proposition. When parties come to the DIFC as a seat, we will be the administrative courts. And the cherry on the top is all of the procedures relating to the arbitral matter that they came to us for resolution will actually be kept private and confidential. And about our partnership with Jus Mundi, I do believe that it actually gave us a huge gateway into other jurisdictions, other community players within the legal economy and legal ecosystem. So the idea with our partnership with Jus Mundi is to share really our story, whether it's our arbitration-related judgments that are, of course, redacted in nature because they're all private, or whether through accessibility through our publications, our services that are provided. So we are very much thankful for this cooperation that we have with Jus Mundi, because having partners like Jus Mundi actually portrays and reflects how we as a court are quite unique. And we have really private and amazing stories to share, whether because judgments of arbitration are private, but other than that, we are a public court that provides transparency, and our judgments for anything other than arbitration is actually public. So we're quite fond for this relationship with Jus Mundi. So since the beginning of the DIFC court, since 2009, we started implementing many initiatives that can help us through the digital transformation journey. So in 2009, we had our first e-registry. So e-registry is very simple. It was basically having a case management system that can deal with all our cases so that everything is electronic, since of course most of our judges are actually based in other jurisdictions, as we have an international bench of judges. That was a no-brainer and actually meant that we should be more efficient by having a case management system. And that was really our journey in digital transformation. As of today, after more than a decade, we have a court that is fully paperless, fully virtual, fully online, including e-signatures, including facial verification when it comes to our wills registrations. So we're quite advanced when it comes to digital transformation, but I do believe there's a lot more to do, whether it's in AI, LLM models, and so forth. But as of today, we're fully paperless, fully online, and we have really gone through a huge journey in terms of how, as a court, we are as efficient as possible, and not lose our customer centricity. So as of today, everything is online, everything is available virtually, but we always tell our clients, if you wish to come to us, please feel free to come and visit our offices. But for your sake, we have more efficiency, you can do everything online. So I'm a pioneer of digital transformation, and I'm not really worried about it. A lot of audiences are actually freaked out from digital advancement, including AI, when they believe that robots might actually replace humans, and all this hype around future of work, which I believe, in my personal view, future of work actually should be embraced totally for our advantage, where we'll actually be learning new ways of doing business, new tools of actually helping us become more efficient. As of today, AI has been really demonstrated as a tool to help with efficiency. So as far as the court is concerned, or as far as the judicial sector and the legal community, I believe AI will be a partner for all lawyers and judges, where it can actually help. Rather than do research that will take 15 hours of your time, you can go and use AI, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's all of these open models online, and it can give you a bit of direction of what you need. And then rather than spend 15 or 20 hours on a specific matter, you can do it in 2 or 3 hours. So I believe having the digital advancement such as the AI will actually really accelerate how the legal industry actually operates. And I believe we need to actually face the unknown and have less fear towards all of these new technologies. And I believe the AI will come sooner or later. We need to just start implementing and start, taking the advantage as much as possible, because that will actually make us pioneers. Whether in the courts, we have our new digital and economy court. That court actually takes care of all economic disputes that happen online, virtually, whether it's cryptocurrency, blockchain related, smart contracts, AI, intellectual property. Similarly, I advise all lawyers to actually look into all of these new challenges that are quite interesting, and it's about of taking action rather than just being worried about it. So I think the future is coming, you like it or not. So we need to really embrace it and work towards how we can make it to our advantage, especially for efficiency. We are quite happy that we have this relationship and partnership with Jus Mundi, where we are able to share our case law when it comes to arbitration-related cases. And as you know, all arbitration cases and awards are actually private. So having this partnership gives us greater accessibility and interaction with the legal community when it comes to lawyers and arbitrators that are quite interested in this area. So our arbitration division is quite unique. We are the only court in the world through the rules and procedures that actually respects the confidentiality and privacy of the judgments when it comes to arbitral proceedings. However, the test is only if you are a DIFC seated arbitration where we have really excellent facilities within the DIFC, then at that point of time, we as a court will become an administrative court of those arbitral proceedings. And the angle where we come is basically if there are any issues around the actual arbitration procedure, if there were any requests in terms of the arbitral tribunal of the arbitration proceedings, then our role will kick in addition to ratification and recognition of the awards that were sat within the DIFC. So we as a court, we're very much friendly to arbitration. As I mentioned, like normally when you go to any court, in the world, as soon as you go to the court, the aspect of confidentiality is lost. But through our court, we keep the confidentiality and the privacy, which really sometimes defeats the purpose. If you are sat in any other jurisdiction, as soon as you go to the court, then it becomes public. So we are really appreciative of the partnership we have with Jus Mundi, where we can really showcase our aspect in terms of our niche area when it comes to arbitration cases. And even though it's only arbitration-related judgments, we are able also to showcase our publications, our documents in terms of who we are and what we do through Jus Mundi, which we are quite happy that we have in terms of how we collaborate as partners. In the DIFC courts, we normally operate our planning, our KPIs, our projects into four main pillars. So we have judicial excellence, service excellence, innovation, and connectivity. And through our innovation pillar, there's a lot of technology-related innovation. I always say innovation is finding a creative way to solve a problem. It doesn't need to always be digital or electronic, but of course, the digital era and having all of these new mechanisms actually facilitate and enable efficiency. So in terms of our efforts when it comes to innovation, since the beginning, since 2009, we've invested in our e-registry. As of today, we're fully paperless court, fully online, fully virtual. And we were quite grateful and quite fortunate when the pandemic hit in 2020, we were able to go fully online within 1 day, where other courts around the world might have some issues, some backlog, but we actually full steam ahead. We never had any issue in terms of our availability, our hearings and cases. So in terms of the digital transformation, we are really there in terms of how we approach our day-to-day functions. But at the same time, since we are a court that is really focused on customer centricity, we are always available as and when anyone wants to come and meet us in person, that's always available. In terms of the future of work and the future of how we deal with technology, I would like to tell all our colleagues in the legal community, whether judges or lawyers, is to always explore this area, as I believe the technology available really helps us to explore new heights that we never saw. So AI is one area that I'm quite curious about, and as a court, we are hoping to really start exploring this area where we can use artificial intelligence to assist the judges, the registrars, and the court team to actually make things a lot easier. Rather than spend hours of research, AI can simply be used for research and finding the answers more quickly. But at the end of the day, I believe that humans will always be there. Robots will not replace us. You need that human touch, but we need to work hand in hand to actually make all of these different operations as easy and as efficient as possible. And I'm quite also interested about all of the new tools that Jus Mundi has created recently to assist the researchers and the lawyers that are actually using Jus Mundi platform.